wear pants. What is up, everyone? It's your boy Dave.
Yeah, boy.
And with me is Shane, the hype man.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Doing great.
It's Eeyore. AKA the Eeyore board.
Boodaloo boop.
Also with us is the rambling man, Russell.
Hey, thanks, Pooh Bear. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Sorry, wait. Oh, let me get into Pooh Bear. Hi, I'm Pooh Bear from the hit show Winnie the Pooh.
Not anymore.
AKA WrestleMania.
Ooh, yeah. Let's have a good show.
Yeah, let's do it.
This is a great start so far.
Yeah. We always start great. Like, that's the best part of this show is when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it ends. This is the DQP Weekly, where we talk about news, movie news.
Yeah.
Trailers.
Uh-huh.
We talk about movies.
All right.
Wrestling.
Shut the fuck up, Sling Blade. What the fuck?
It's not Sling Blade. It's Matthew McConaughey over there.
He's like,
It's just one all right.
I don't know what's going on.
All right.
now
Just scrap the show. Start over.
Thanks, bye.
Bye. Don't let your meatloaf.
I mean, maybe after this episode, do let your meatloaf.
Just a little, if you're into it. I don't know what's going on.
Do you guys bake
Anyways,
ketchup on top of your meatloaf?
It's fucking gross.
DraftyQ@gmail.com.
You don't put ketchup on your meatloaf?
I'm
No.
asking the audience.
Oh. My grandma does.
I hate cooked ketchup.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of it either, but my grandma does it. It's pretty dope.
Yeah. You got, like, things to talk about, Russell?
Yeah, I think
cooked
we have.
ketchup is bullshit.
That's the headline. What is happening? Hold on. One second. Audience, go do something else for a second. I'm going to just talk to these guys. Are you okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure?
Yeah.
Because you did a whole bit about cooked ketchup and like that's not what we do on the show. We talk about like headlines and stuff. So I'll make sure you're okay.
He also
Okay.
hates talking about food.
Yeah,
I
and you
do
like
hate
never
talking
talk
about food, and
so,
then I
like,
hate even more talking about food that I hate, like
The-
cooked ketchup.
I
Like,
mean-
who the fuck cooks ketchup?
I mean, yeah, it's weird.
It's like
don't cook
recooked ketchup.
Yeah, it's
Like,
weird.
you've
Don't
cooked
cook
the
ketchup.
tomatoes too many times.
Yeah, it's just way too many tomatoes. But are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I
Okay,
think you need to ask Shane.
let's go. Shane, are you okay?
I'd be great if we kept going.
Okay, all right, we're
right,
back.
headlines.
We're back.
Here's some headlines. I got headlines. I'm in too good a mood for the first headline. Let me bring it down.
Okay, yeah.
Yay!
We start today. Oh, headlines. If the banner hadn't been done yet.
I saw it.
Oh, okay.
Nothing but bits today, folks.
This is not a bit.
I'm going to make it into one.
We start today with a sad headline.
Yeah.
A sad line, if you will. No? Okay.
Russell, can I see you for a second?
In your office?
Stop it! Sorry, go ahead.
All right. In unfortunate news, Clarence Gilliard Jr. has passed away at 66 years old. You might know Clarence as the nerdy evil technician from Die Hard.
And the quarterback is toast.
I love that dude.
Or as Sundown in Top Gun.
I don't have a quote from that one.
Damn it. Sorry.
We know you'll know him as Chuck Norris's badass sidekick from Walker, Texas Ranger. And today we say rest in peace to another prominent actor from our childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was also only 66.
Yeah.
wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wild.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I loved him in
Sad
Die
news.
Hard.
Yeah, he's awesome in Die Hard. Like,
Great.
he was one of my favorite things about the roundhouse kicks, and him were my favorite things about Walker, Texas Ranger.
Everyone
Yeah.
loves the roundhouse kicks.
Yeah, everyone loves the roundhouse kick. What's behind the beard? Another roundhouse kick.
Yep.
It's usually a
It's
fist.
supposed to be a fist, but like it works.
Russell can't even do Chuck Norris jokes.
It's because he's scared of Chuck Norris.
Anyway,
All right, let's pick it up.
next headline.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to something less sad.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
Oh, fuck, this one isn't less sad.
Damn it.
Was it less sad? Just not as sad?
I think it might be more sad,
Oh, God.
but in like a different way. So, in surprising, mildly strange twisting of events, Aaron Taylor Johnson is now the front runner for the next set of James Bond movies.
How's that more sad?
Cause what the fuck?
Who's that?
Aaron Taylor Johnson
I don't know.
played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Yeah,
Oh,
Kick-Ass.
that guy?
He's played Kick-Ass.
That guy?
Yeah,
As Bond?
Yeah, I don't
No.
know. Yeah, I don't want to.
Idris
either.
Elba.
Yeah.
We don't get what we want.
Yeah, apparently
don't.
not. It's all bullshit.
We get what we deserve.
Apparently, we deserve Aaron Taylor Johnson to be the
I mean, I don't like hate that guy. He's not a bad
No,
luck actor,
he's awesome,
but I don't
but
know
I
if he's a
don't-
Bond.
I don't want to see him play James Bond.
Same.
You know, we haven't had in a long time a good James Bond video game.
That's
Ooh.
yeah, super true. That was a very true statement.
Since Goldeneye.
Yeah, I think one of the ones after that was good, but in a totally different way. Because like GoldenEye was just like a good FPS at
Right.
the time.
Yeah.
The one after that was more like I don't know if it was the one directly after that, but it was like for one of the Brosnan movies.
I think it was Tomorrow Never Dies.
Was it Tomorrow Never Dies?
I
It was
think that
more
sounds
Splinter
right.
Cell-y.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you get in multiplayer, you got a grappling hook.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome.
I don't think I ever
Grapple
played
hook
that
around
one.
the map.
I don't play that one.
That was fun.
Do you guys remember Siphon Filter?
I
Yes.
do remember Siphon
Yes.
Filter.
Why did I just think about that?
Do you know what series I want to see? We're talking about video games in the middle of headlines today.
We do what we want.
You know what video game series I would like to see make a comeback?
What?
Hubert.
No.
Soul. Fuck. So there's two of them. I think one was called Soul Reaver,
Yeah.
and then
Legacy of Kain.
Legacy of Kane. Yeah. Soul Reaver.
Soul Reaver, Legacy of Kain. Yeah. And then there was another character. There was another title that went with that series. That was a just completely different character.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I played Legacy of Kane. I played that one quite a bit.
Let's find
Was
out.
it about Abel?
Ah!
I think what were those games? Fuck.
Never played those.
There was another game that came out more recently that was like supposed to be like a sort of spiritual successor to that.
Oh, really? Blood Omen is what I was
Blood
thinking
Omen.
of.
Yeah.
Blood Omen and Soul Reaver were a series that go together.
Yeah.
I still have Soul Reaver on PS1 and a PS1. I could bring it over. We could play it.
Yeah.
Or not. Shane's just staring at me. Or not. We don't have to.
Do you have Urguys?
What?
Do you have Urguys?
I don't.
Okay. Well, then I don't care about your PS1.
No, fine. Too good for my PS1. I have my 64 still with GoldenEye.
That's cool.
We could play GoldenEye.
That would be uncomfortable.
It doesn't age well.
No.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to play it now.
I still don't have 3 hands.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck designed the N64 controller.
I liked it, but I grew up playing the N64. Like that was like
Yeah.
one of my first systems I had besides the Super Nintendo,
Right.
and like I got used to it. But yeah, it's a weird design.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's they anticipated the evolution of the human race too soon.
Yep.
They did something. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway.
All right, you guys want some space news?
I love space
Sure.
news.
All right, here's space news. I thought this was super interesting. Like I actually stopped watching this show because like it was kind of hard to watch, which I'll explain in a minute. But anyway, got some space news.
Is it The Expanse?
No, I really liked The Expanse. That's my fault. I didn't keep watching it.
Okay.
I just fell asleep, and then I woke up in the middle of an episode 5 episodes later, and I was like, I guess I'm done.
I did it. I watched the show.
Fuck. But anyway, Star Trek Picard Season 3 is going to be a continuation of Star Trek Voyager and Deep Space Nine.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
That is cool.
With returning cast members.
Ooh.
I mean,
I saw that.
yeah.
Will Wheaton?
The set's going to look like a nursing home, but fuck. This should be awesome.
I'm not a big... So that's like one nerd thing I don't know that much about. I don't know much about Star Trek.
Star Trek?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know a whole... If we talk Next Generation, I can sort of talk Next Generation. But anything outside of that... And I can sort of talk Deep Space Nine, I guess. But those two were the only two that I actually liked.
Really?
Yeah. Voyager was okay, but I never got into the original Star Trek. And then all of the new stuff I've tried to watch, it doesn't have heart.
Did either of you guys ever fuck with any of the mid-tier sci-fi IPs that were long lasting?
Like Farscape and stuff?
Oh, dude, I fucking
Farscape
loved
wasn't long
Farscape.
lasting, but it had a similar following. But Babylon 5.
Babylon 5 was
Watched a little
pretty
bit of
good.
Babylon 5.
Stargate.
Yep.
Stargate was alright. I liked Stargate. I watched it was on.
I didn't care for any of those. I was just curious.
Yeah.
My fucking brother-in-law has a Stargate tattoo, so
I really wanted to like Battlestar Galactica.
yeah, Battlestar Galactica is another one.
Really wanted to.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of Battlestar.
I couldn't get into it.
The newer one,
Yeah.
the one from
The one that
15
Caprica
years ago
spins
or
off
whatever.
into or from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought the idea. I thought both of the ideas for that show and the reboot and everything were really cool. And then I tried to watch it. I was just this is a WB show in space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which sounds
Yeah.
offensive. I don't mean to offend, but
You did.
I might have.
I watched the first episode of Stargate a while back because it was it's on Netflix, I think, now.
Yeah.
And I was just randomly you know what? I'm going to give it another shot because my sister and my brother-in-law are super into it. And I watched the first episode and there was Tits and Bush in it. And I was like,
It's
what the
Stargate?
fuck? Yeah. So apparently the first 1 or 2 episodes were on Showtime because it was on Showtime.
Oh, so they just added boobs.
Well, no, the first couple they were gonna make it more adult, and then it bombed on Showtime or something, and they got rid of it, and then it got moved to network TV, and it changed.
Huh.
That's strange.
Didn't know that.
Yeah,
Weird.
then it was on Sci-Fi, and then
I remember that because I remember catching episodes of it on
and
Sci-Fi.
then it was it went for 12 seasons or something like that, 15 seasons, I don't even know. And there's 3 spin-offs.
Yeah.
There's a movie too, right?
I watched. Yeah, the movie was first.
There's a movie with Kurt Russell, and then MacGyver replaces him.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
actually been that guy longer than he was MacGyver.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's more seasons of Stargate SG-1 that he's in than there were of MacGyver. Because there's only 4 seasons or something of MacGyver.
I always thought there was a bunch more of MacGyver.
There's a bunch of weird 90s, 80s, and 90s shows that only have 2 to 5 seasons that everybody remembers because stuff didn't run that long then.
Right.
It wasn't
Yeah.
fucking 18 seasons.
Or The Simpsons at 35 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Simpsons, all of the fucking Law and Order shows that have been on for 25 years.
Yeah.
You know?
And there was just a lot less content. I watched the shit out of NCIS for no reason other than I didn't have anything else to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
NCIS was alright, but
There's also like 20 seasons of that.
Yeah. Like, I was just like, what? I don't have anything else to watch. I guess I'll watch 7 episodes of NCIS this evening.
Yeah.
Because they would just play them back to back to back to back.
I remember that. Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, no, Stargate is an interesting one. I remember the movie being really good.
Yeah, the movie was all right as far as I remember.
Yeah. And then, like, the show, like, got super weird. And then there's, like, started doing spin-offs. I watched a lot of the Stargate Atlantis show.
Mm-hmm.
That spin-off.
Aren't there a couple of Doctor Who people in that?
Yeah, I think so.
I think one of them becomes like, or no, the Farscape guy is in it, and he becomes a main character of SG, one of the main characters in SG-1 after Richard Dean Anderson leaves.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Farscape is like one of the horniest shows that's ever been made.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, have you never watched Farscape?
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
It's pretty horny.
It was pretty horny.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
we're getting way off topic on every
Yeah,
fucking
so I thought
headline.
the Star Trek thing was interesting.
Yeah.
All right, up next for headlines, Bob Iger tells Disney Town Hall. This is where they have their work meetings, this is Disney's Town Hall. In case we haven't gone over this before, this is the thing. Bob Iger tells Disney's Town Hall, hiring freeze is still in effect, and no new acquisitions are planned, and they will not be merging with Apple.
I didn't know that was the thing anyway.
I didn't know that was a thing either. That'd be fucking wild.
Did you see the similar economic news from Showtime is also talking about belt tightening in air quotes, which I'm sure means they're going to lay a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
And cancel a bunch of shows.
So I did see other similar news. I didn't see Showtime. I don't know if Showtime is included in AMC networks. I don't think they are.
I think they might be.
Okay, so I did see this. AMC Networks plans layoffs as CEO Christina Spade exits. Cord-cutting losses were not offset by gains in streaming, company memo says. Guys, we've talked about this before. If Hollywood is cutting budgets, I don't give a fuck what the Fed says. We are in a recession.
Yeah.
I feel pretty recessed.
I'll recess you.
Oh.
Cassie.
All right, up last for headlines. That 90s Show has a Netflix premiere date of January 19th. It's right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
It's like 30 some odd days away.
That's fucking crazy. I can't believe
42.
2022 is almost over.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's been a quick year. We were allowed to go outside again, so like it just flew by.
Yeah, because we're outside.
Well, not like at the moment.
We're on
inside
a
now.
rock hurtling through space. Time is always flying.
Time is a construct.
Time is a construct.
Yeah. Nothing else matters.
We'll start with a 10-episode season that sees Leia, Eric and Donna's daughter, visiting Red and Kitty for the summer. Each season will be set up like this moving forward. The showrunners and executive producers are made up of returning writers and executives of the original That 70s Show. All of the original cast, minus Danny Masterson, is set to return or at the very least have cameos. While Red and Kitty Foreman are set as series regulars.
Sweet.
Which, yeah, I mean, they're kind of the heart of the show. Like, I've been rewatching That 70s Show. And like,
that's right, yeah.
Like, really, like, Red and Kitty are like, I mean, they're the heart of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, I think that's pretty cool. I think it's set up pretty cool. Topher Grace did eventually say that he would return, even though his initial response was no. He did come back on that.
Yeah, what else has he got going on?
Yeah, I know, right? I think he was like, I guess some money is better than no money.
Looking in the mirror and being like, I was a good Eddie Brock, god damn it.
Dude, I was in Predators, god damn it.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
we actually we watched a trailer for it.
Yeah,
That's a different segment,
which we're starting right now.
which we're doing
Yeah.
right now. Because we are going to the trailer park.
Welcome to the trailer park. Yeah, we watched the trailer
that
for that
segue?
90s show.
Yeah, we did.
Which, like Russell said, it's coming out on Netflix in January.
19.
And yeah. I mean, he just said it. Thanks.
Just
Dave.
helping. All right, fine. Fuck me, right? I'm done.
I think we're all gonna quit the show at some point this week. So anyway, yeah. I mean, it feels weird because all these kid actors feel like they're younger than the cast of that 70s show.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though Mila Kunis, like as we talked about like 2 weeks ago, last
Yeah.
week, whenever that was, she was like 14 when they started that show.
Yeah.
All these kids look like they're fucking 11.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super weird.
And they're doing weed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a continuation of that 70s show, so
Wait,
Yeah.
they
so
did
now,
that?
So now it's going to be about
Oh, yeah.
weed in the 90s.
Yeah.
So now it's like we might actually see some of them serve real jail time.
That's very true.
or it might be laced with angel dust.
Yeah.
You remember when they
That's
called
the thing that
what was that?
happened.
PC is it PCP angel dust?
PCP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PCP.
You want
I
to get
remember
wet?
yeah. Ugh.
I do not. No, thank you.
Mm-mm.
That's what I learned. Just say no.
They didn't start doing wet cigarettes until later, right? The fucking ones with like embalming fluid.
No, I think that was a 90s thing.
Was that a 90s
I
thing?
think so.
Ew. That was a thing?
Oh yeah, dude.
I didn't know about
That'll
that.
like get you high.
Maybe late 90s. Yeah, to fuck you up. Because I always remember, like, it was like, don't smoke cigarettes. Don't smoke wet cigarettes.
Like
So I was like, what the fuck is this?
Why would I smoke a wet cigarette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds gross.
Yeah, it sounds like it wouldn't
Disgusting.
fucking light, right?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
But-
But I don't know if it was that. I don't know if it was the embalming fluid then or if it was still like LSD because that was a thing too. But that was like a 70s, 80s thing. People would like soak a cigarette and LSD and then smoke it.
Jesus Christ.
I knew in the
Yeah.
punk scene they used to call them Cocoa Puffs, which was a cigarette that had Coke in it.
Yeah.
I knew that was a thing.
So you're basically smoking crack?
Yep.
Yeah. You can cut
Sweet.
tobacco with anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chocolate chip cookies.
I saw a
I got
weird
Dave.
thing on Instagram and I didn't know if it was a drug thing or not, but it was like at a rave and this dude had a bottle of like India ink and he like shook it up. I don't know if he put something else in it. He like put it in his mouth and like the song started and he's dancing and then he grabs this other guy and just spits it all in his face. And then they're both like, woo!
Like Tajiri from WWE?
Yeah, only it was like black because it's like regular India ink.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
As
don't
your
know.
attorney, I advise you to take a hit out of the little brown bottle in my shaving bag.
The
Kids
ether.
are weird.
Okay. But yeah.
Or
The-
do mescaline and stay up for 72 hours.
That 90s show looks interesting.
Yeah, it does. We get to see a lot of Kitty and Red in the trailer.
Yeah.
And, you know, Red is Red. Get out. Get out. And Kitty is Kitty. Oh, thanks for coming. Screen doors unlocked.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It looks like it could be fun.
Yeah.
It does. My worry is that it's going to end up like all these other reboots. Like, I watched the entire first season of How I Met Your Father. Ugh.
Well, I mean, How I Met Your Mother sucked too, so.
It's true.
Yeah, that last season was really bad. Everything before that was great, though.
I'm with Shane for once. Dink.
And then Girl Meets World.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Also not
I
super
forgot that
great.
even existed.
Yeah,
What about Fuller House?
I didn't care for Fuller House.
More Fuller House.
Yeah. It like, I mean, I've said this before. I'm not blue. I'm not red. Like, I love social commentary. I love the political commentary, but like, don't like beat me over the head with it.
Didn't we say that last week?
Yeah.
I think you did.
Well, you mentioned Fuller House, so I had to say it again.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't care for Fuller House a whole lot. Like, so these shows just don't retain the heart and like the charm of the previous show, and I think that's the problem. Like with the reboots, you know, or reboots.
And a lot of these people like never did anything else,
Yeah.
so they're still like as good as a child actor, but they're grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
That's what I noticed
Fuller
in
House.
Fuller House. Yeah. Like all those child actors that were like grown-ups now, and they're just like, line!
yeah.
Line.
Yeah, like
I did too much coke when I was 12. Line.
I don't know what emotions are.
Fuller House was very strange to me because whenever you had Bob Saget or John Stamos or Dave Coulier on the show, like you would get a little bit of that like original feeling.
Yeah.
And they would still feel like that character.
Yeah.
But like
They were cameos, basically.
Candace and I don't remember the actress's name that plays Stephanie, but
It doesn't matter.
like Stephanie did okay. Candace can't act to save her life, which is why she's on Christian networks now.
Oh, is that why her new movie is gonna, or whatever series is gonna be only about traditional marriage?
Yeah. Oh,
Ew.
so there's a whole thing there, which I probably should have covered in headlines. But so what happened was she was at the Hallmark Channel and she was like writing and producing stuff for Hallmark.
Sure.
And then the head guy of Hallmark Hallmark was like, hey, we need to do more representational stuff. And like wanted to do this LGBTQ with like,
And she was like,
fuck
that.
two gay men and like a Christmas love story and stuff.
Yeah.
And so the head guy at Hallmark was like, if you do that, I'm leaving. So he bounced.
Oh shit.
Bye.
Bounced. I don't know if he went to bounce, but he went to this other network, and then Candace basically was like, yeah, I mean, I agree, so I'm going to follow him and we're going to do traditional marriage movies. And then I don't remember who she pissed off, but it was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Her and this other girl got JoJo Siwa.
I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
JoJo Siwa.
Siwa, yeah.
She's like a pop star.
Yeah. So they got into like this kind of Twitter feud thing.
Yeah.
And they were supposed to be friends. And JoJo had previously said, like, they had made up at one point because JoJo had previously said in an interview, because someone was like, hey, who's the rudest celebrity you've ever met? And she was like, Candace from Full House. Like, I was a child and she wouldn't autograph my picture of her. And she said, oh, I can't autograph your picture right now. And then went immediately so like the line of people after her and like started autographing other people's pictures. And this happened to JoJo when she was like younger. So she was like pretty heartbroken over it because she loved watching Full House.
Sure.
So then she had said that, and then Candace reached out and was like, oh no, I'm sorry, and like apologized to her and all this stuff. And
yeah, because she got outed in public by another famous person.
Yeah. And then
she's a piece
Candace
of shit.
posted on Twitter, our new movie our new network is going to focus on traditional channels or traditional marriage values. And then JoJo was like, oh, okay, so you're still a piece of shit is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because she's like famously open, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a whole situation. And so Candace and this other dude from Hallmark are basically like trying to create their own network that is like right-wing conservative.
There's already a couple of those.
Fox News.
More than that.
Yeah.
FX. No, I was just trying to think what funny channel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bravo.
HGTV.
Bravo is very right.
Bravo. G4.
Anyway.
So yeah, but yeah, so that 90s show is
well, it could be good.
looks good. Yeah, it could be good.
Fine.
Netflix January. Next one. Super Mario.
Brothers.
Whatever. Coming to theaters in April. We got like
Fuck
a
yeah.
full-length trailer
Yeah,
this time.
Yeah, we did.
Ooh.
It looks pretty good, actually.
It
Yeah.
does look pretty good.
It's got some Mario Kart in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some Smash Brothers,
Smash
possibly.
Brothers, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want Mario to be like, he's a friend from work.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
You guys want to hear my Mario impression?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mario from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
That's perfect.
Yeah, nailed it, huh?
Wahoo!
Wahoo!
That,
Chris Pratt.
that Mario was a failed newscaster.
Yeah.
He used to live in a van in Hawaii.
In Hawaii. It does look neat. Like, it is weird that it's Chris Pratt just being Chris Pratt, but like,
Yeah,
I think I would get tired of a full movie of woohoo.
maybe. I don't know.
Dude, he's gonna wahoo the whole movie.
He's gonna wahoo.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Although the trailer got me a couple times. The wahoo, like
Yeah.
Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you popped for Rainbow
Yeah,
Road.
dude, I popped hard for Rainbow Road. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Although I don't believe that Peach would go to battle against Bowser.
Hasn't she before?
Sure, what?
Hasn't she before?
I
Fight
mean,
Bowser?
We'll see. I thought the movie was going to confirm the theory.
Yeah.
That's just like a Rule 34 thing, bud.
But yeah, Rule 34 is the rule, right?
Those,
Like it's the truth
it's like
behind
a
the scenes.
porn parody.
Yeah,
Parody.
that's what really happens.
No, parody.
Oh,
It's a... She's not off fucking Bowser in another castle.
The fuck?
oh, we just run all of Mario for you, Dave.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Peach, she's been banging Bowser for 30
No,
years.
she's like 6 pixels. How's she gonna do that?
one
Very
of those
carefully.
pixels, Dave. One of those pixels.
Very carefully.
The fuck is wrong with you guys?
Nah, I don't
No,
know.
I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, it looks good though.
It does.
I'm excited for it. I was already kind of excited for it because I was like, oh, this could be awesome. Like, at least they didn't try to make it live action.
That's very true. They did that once with Dennis Hopper.
Although, you
Bob
know,
Hoskins.
yeah,
What?
Bob Hoskins.
Bob Hoskins,
And Bob Hoskins.
Dennis Hopper, John Leguizamo.
Yep.
That was it, though, right?
No, there were other people in it. I don't remember who though.
Yeah, there were like a few good cameos. It was interesting.
But this one. Oh God, what the fuck is happening?
Great audio.
You're a sleepy boy.
But this one is gonna come out in theaters in April of 2023.
I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
The next one, I question if this is even a real movie.
It is. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
It's a Christmas horror parody. It's called The Mean One.
10 out of 10.
It's about the Grinch. Only he is a murdering monster.
They never say the Grinch
In the trailer.
in the trailer.
It
they
sounds
never
like
say
they're
it.
going to say the Grinch.
Literally wearing like the fucking like Jim Carrey Grinch costume.
It's the same outfit. It's never been washed.
Yeah, they found in the dumpster out back of the fucking studio like 10 years after that movie came out. They're like, we're never making a sequel to this. Threw it out, and some fucking kid found it, and he's like, I'm gonna make a horror movie with this one day.
And here we are.
And
Yep.
here we are. And, you know, he never got a budget or a producer with money or a
Hey,
studio.
go for it.
He like walked through Walmart and was like, hey, you want to be in my Grinch horror film?
Yeah. He went to some MMA fight and was like, hey, big tall chick, you want to be in a movie? And she's like, yeah. Yeah, I do.
So what Shane is trying to say is 10 out of 10, best movie of the year.
This looks
Be Dave's favorite
Awful.
movie.
Yeah.
It totally looks like a fake, because we've seen a lot of those, right?
Fake
Like
trailers.
the
and
fake parody
Yeah.
trailers. It looks like one of the fake parody trailers. There's a fucking candy cane shotgun.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you. The Winnie the Pooh movie looked fake too.
Yeah, that's happening.
And that's real.
As well.
Are you okay?
It is not Will.
It's Will, though.
It is real,
What?
but it is not Will.
It's Will.
All right. That's it for the trailer park.
That's all we
folks.
got.
Thanks for the trailer park.
We're leaving the trailer park.
My trailer park.
I think
Do
I
the-
inhaled some meth fumes.
Yeah. Oh my
Do the
god.
outro. Do the outro.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I just. What
Sorry.
the fuck?
Sorry.
You have recommendations now?
Oh, hey, we're at the recommendation part of the show.
Recos.
I watched a movie.
Congratulations.
Nice.
I watched The Nice Guys on Netflix.
Ah, it's a
I've
good
heard
movie.
of that.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's
Yeah.
like a it's a comedy noir
Yeah.
sort of about environmentalism, sort of about porn.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's pretty good.
I've heard of it. I just never got a chance to watch it.
Russell Crowe, Ryan Gosling. This little girl, I don't know who she is, but she like is still acting. I know I've seen her in other stuff. A bunch of character actors. Keith David's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh. I love me some Keith David.
The guy from White Collar is in it. Can't remember what the fuck his name is. You got me, Russell?
You talk about the Holly March.
Yeah, the girl that plays his daughter.
Yeah, she plays Betty in Spider-Man. Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that girl. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's also in an episode of Black Mirror.
I know her from the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. That's why I recognized her.
I'm not seeing anything else. Oh, you might know her from Mako's Mermaids.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Dude, she's in Walking with Dinosaurs in 3D. That was like the IMAX museum movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Okay. But yeah, I thought that movie was good.
Yeah, I watched it when it came out. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Kind of weird.
But it is in all the good ways, right?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ryan Gosling is kind of weird in it sometimes.
Yeah,
But
I
also
like
kind of
it.
dreamy.
Not very dreamy in this movie.
Oh, really?
No. Just kind of weird and also like deadbeat.
He's yeah, I think if I remember correctly, he did this movie and Drive really close together.
Okay.
Let me check. Because I'm pretty sure I watched this and I was like, man, I feel like Drive might have fucked him up. And then later on in Ryan Gosling's career, you're just like, no, he's just fucking weird.
Just a weird dude.
Yeah. He's like a drunk PI that's also a dad.
Oh, there's like
That
5
sounds like
years
good
between those
combination.
movies.
Yeah. So he like keeps like fucking up and like his daughter just like comes with them to places she should not be.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I like when he plays like the kind of disheveled shitbag.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, A Place Beyond the Pines was another movie he did in between those.
I think that movie's also fucked up.
A Place Beyond the Pines? Yeah, dude, A Place Beyond the Pines is like, I fucking love that movie because you have 3 characters and the movie's split up into 3 arcs. You know, it's 3-arc storytelling. Each character gets 3 arcs inside of each arc and perspective changes at the like in each arc of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then in each of those arcs, that character does still have like a 3-arc story. Like That movie's fucking wild. I love the
Whoa.
way that movie's written.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it's super cool.
What's it called again?
A Place Beyond the Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting.
That's going to be my recommendation, I guess, since we're talking about Ryan Gosling. I haven't
Boom.
watched this recently, but
Maybe I'll watch it.
It's Ryan Gosling, Bradley Cooper, Eva Mendes, and Marshala Ali is in it.
Oh, okay.
It's got
Cool.
some other people in it too. It's pretty good. It's weird. It's a fucked up movie.
Oh, Kim Basinger's in it. Is in
Nice Guys.
Nice Guys, yeah. Like a callback to LA Confidential.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
The more I remember about Nice Guys, the more I'm like, fuck, I loved that movie.
Yeah, it's good.
We have to watch that too. I got a break coming up. I'll have to watch all these movies.
Watch
But I'll
all the
forget
movies,
and
Dave.
watch like Tame and the T-Rex again, you know. That's
Yeah,
how I
I know.
roll.
Dang it, Dave.
Sorry.
It'll just like turn on Shutter and just like let it run.
Probably. I have a recommendation.
Yeah?
Are you done with yours?
Yeah, I just
Okay,
said
cool.
the one movie.
All right. So I watched on Netflix, I watched a documentary, or documentary, as people should call it.
I thought you said it that way on purpose. You
I
coulda
did
just
too.
went
I
with
was
it.
gonna go with it.
I did.
Documentary.
We did not do copious amounts of drugs before this episode.
We did not, for
No,
sure.
We're just sleepy and fucking oxygen deprived. I don't know.
Sleepy and dumb.
None
That's
of
me.
us slept enough.
Do we have a gas leak? Like, what's happening?
The gas leak episode. Yes, I watched a documentary.
I think we've made that joke before.
Ghastly.
The gas leak episode. I'm pretty sure that was a Crimson Ring joke.
Oh yeah, the tent.
Yeah.
I
It's a
thought we
tent.
weren't
It's a
allowed to
tent
say
episode.
Oh,
It's a
sorry.
good episode.
that. So I watched on Netflix. It was called Pepsi Where's My Jet? It's
I don't think I can talk about this.
Why?
Oh, actually, I'm not going to say why I think I can't talk about this.
So it's a 4-episode doc about so in the 90s, like 94, I think. 94, 95. I think it's 94.
Yeah.
Pepsi did this promotion where you got Pepsi points.
They love promotions.
Yeah. They got Pepsi points where you bought Pepsi and you got a certain amount of points and you clipped them out.
So they gave you PPs?
Yeah, they give you PPs.
All right.
And once you had enough PP, you could trade it in for like shirts and hoodies and stuff.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But the commercial, they had like a fun commercial announcing it. At the end, there was so it's like this kid going to school.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, he puts on a shirt and it's like Pepsi shirt, 50 points. Puts on his pants like Pepsi shorts, 150 points or whatever it was. At the end, he's going to school and a Harrier jet lands in the school and it says Harrier jet 7 million points.
Okay.
But they didn't put a disclaimer.
Oh,
And so
shit.
this kid saw it and was like, I want the jet. I want this fucking jet, dudes. And the whole documentary. Why can't I say documentary today? The whole documentary is about this guy in the 90s who like he figured out how many Pepsis it would take.
Yeah.
And it was something like $4.3 million of like man hours to like people to cut the Pepsi points out and for storage for all these Pepsi products.
Yeah.
And he was like he was like a climbing guy, like he would climb mountains and stuff. And he met this other dude who's like a investor, like a rich guy that he became friends with. So he came to him with this, like he made a business plan of how he's going to get this jet from Pepsi.
Okay.
And like them and this guy is like, I think we could do it. All right. And he found in the article on a catalog for the Pepsi that you could buy Pepsi points for like 10 cents a point or something like that. And you had to have like 150 minimum. So they calculated out, and 7 million Pepsi points cost like 700,000, I think. And a Harrier jet at the time was like 35 to 40 million.
Yeah.
So he basically like got to this investor's like, hey, we can get this jet for $700,000.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, let's do it. So they bought the Pepsi points. And when they went to the art, because like when you fill out to get your prizes, there's like, you want a hat. You want a...
Yeah, they have like a catalog number.
Yeah. You're like, write that. They wrote Harrier Jet and checked it off and put the check in there.
Okay.
And I think like a couple weeks went by, and like every day he was checking, and he eventually got a letter from Pepsi, and he opened it up, and it was the check saying, "Haha, nice try. Here's 2 free packs of Pepsi."
Holy shit.
And then the rest of the episode is this dude hiring lawyers and stuff trying to get this jet from Pepsi.
Does he get the jet?
I don't know. Watch it and find out.
Okay, that's fair.
It's really good. Like it's funny. Like I was like, this seems wild or whatever, and I got more invested in it than I thought I would. But it's really cool. It's only like they're like 35, 40-minute episodes.
Oh, how many episodes?
4.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. I watched that. Sitting.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. They do a lot of like reenactments and stuff that are cool. And every time they interview someone, they make them do the Pepsi challenge. Whenever they interview someone new, they have just like silver cups without logos, and they drink it. And at the end, because they tallied it up of who won, and at the end of the doc, they're like, "This was the winner." But it's cool because like there's one of the dudes that was like the CEO of Pepsi at the time took the challenge, and he's like, "Yep, is that one?" And it was Coke.
Well,
anyone that can't taste the difference between Pepsi and Coke, I do not understand. You just have to not be like an avid soda drinker,
right?
Because there is
a big difference.
There's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Or like even like the Sam's Choice Cola versus Pepsi, like not even close.
I agree.
Gross, actually.
Yeah, but I don't like those challenges though, because like a lot of times it's not fresh out of a can or a bottle or anything. Because like that's got something to do with it too. Because like
let it sit.
If it's flat, then they all just kind of taste like fucking warm, shitty caramel sugar.
Yeah,
and.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like they taste different when they're fresh and still carbonated, and
yeah. There are a few things to me that taste better than like a fresh Coke, especially around Christmas time.
Ooh, are you
it's
a
almost
polar
like
bear?
They change the ingredients or something
God
based
damn
on
it.
the season of the year.
Are you talking about new Coke?
No, there's a conspiracy that Coke puts more of certain ingredients in during the holiday season.
Yeah, versus
the rest of the
also
year.
the rest of the year and 4th of July. Like there's, it's almost like a rotating
flavor profile
for the year.
Huh.
Yeah. It's super weird. It's super interesting theory.
Yeah.
You should look it up.
I know McDonald's has like their Coke tastes different because they have like a different recipe that just sends the Coke just sends to McDonald's.
Yeah, KFC too.
Is it KFC as well?
KFC had a different or KFC's Coke tastes different than.
That's because KFC has different policies on how much carbonated water versus syrup they use.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah,
because you're also more likely at KFC to get like
no syrup,
less syrup.
Yeah,
but sometimes the KFC will get it just right. It's so good.
Yeah,
man, now I want a Coke.
Not the one in
Coke too.
Not the one in our town that doesn't exist anymore, but that one was the worst. It was always like almost clear with no fucking syrup in it.
Yeah, dude, it didn't used to be. When I was in high school and like right after high school, that KFC was fucking popping, dude. Like fucking delicious. And then just one day I went there. I was like, what the fuck happened here? What the fuck happened here? And then it still took them 9 years to go out of business.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I recommend watching that doc. It was pretty good.
Sounds like a fun doc.
Yeah, it was a good documentary.
Yeah.
You had another one.
I also have another one. So I watched We're All Going to the World's Fair. It's from 2021, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max. It is a horror movie. It's more like a drama. I heard some people talking about like, oh, it's really good and stuff. It's basically about this girl who is it's just like her and her dad. Like her mom had passed away.
Okay.
And she's kind of like a recluse. She like lives in her room in the attic, and like keeps to herself. Kind of a shy, nerdy girl, like younger girl. And she finds this like viral video that it's called the World's Fair Challenge, where you're supposed to like you say I want to go to the World's Fair 3 times into your computer, and you like cut your finger and wipe the blood on your key on the thing, and then you watch this like video. And then people say that like weird things happen to them and their body starts changing and stuff, and they record it for YouTube.
Okay.
And it like starts with that. It's like it's just like this girl, like you can obviously tell she's like a loner by herself.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the video is her going through these weird changes.
Sure.
Like it's just like videos of her saying like, I can't feel my body. Like she's like outside in like the cold and not wearing a jacket. She's like, I feel fine. Like I should be cold, but I can't feel my body and stuff like that. And then she gets contacted by another guy who did it, who's in the challenge as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I'm worried about you. Keep posting videos. And then, like, that's pretty much the movie, really.
Yeah.
It's like her like transformation. Like, you know, it's a very slow movie. It feels more like a creepypasta.
Yeah.
Rather than a like a horror movie.
Yeah.
I may be too dumb to get it, but like I kind of read stuff about it. It's kind of like a coming of age story.
Sure.
It kind of deals with like gender dysphoria and stuff.
Okay.
I may have been too old to watch it, like, you know, like but it's neat. It's got some cool things that happen. Towards the end, you find out because like the guy who's contacting this girl, Casey, he's like, hey, can we? And like, this is the first thing you hear about. Can we talk out of character? Can we step out of? And you find out that the World's Fair is like an MMORPG, sort of. That's what they refer to it as. Everyone's doing this like creepy pasta type role playing and putting on YouTube, like, oh, I'm changing.
Yeah.
All this because she posts some videos of like, there's one where she's just walking. She's like, I found my dad's rifle. He doesn't think I know where it's at.
Yeah.
And like just like shit like that.
Yeah.
And then at the end, they talk online, and she's like, what are you talking about? Like, this is just a game. I made all this shit up. Don't contact me. And then stops. And then it shows him with doing a video saying that he met with her like 2 or 3 years later. And stuff. So it's like this weird, like, did it happen? Is this actually a game? Did something happen with her mental state? Like, it's
super fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I realized halfway through Dave talking about it that I had seen this.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I looked at the IMDb because I needed to see who it was to trigger like images.
Yeah.
And then you started talking about the MMO thing, and I seen the picture on the IMDb page, and I was like, oh yeah, shit, I watched this. I watched this back to back with another movie. I'm trying to remember what the name of is so I can suggest it to you.
Okay.
Did you like this movie?
I did. There was some really cool, like, it's a very, very much a slow burn. And I kind of felt that like creeping slow burn. So I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I gotta figure out the name of this other movie. But it's basically like the world has ended, and it kind of like follows this chick around, and it keeps flashing back between like before the world ended and after the world ended, and she's like alone in her apartment in both situations. So like it was fucking wild. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of like got a cosmic horror vibe thing to it.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't remember what it's called.
If you think of it, let me know, because I like this enough. I'd watch stuff like that.
I want to say it's called Heart.
But I recommend it. It's like, it's very slow.
Yeah.
It's very, very slow movie. Not a whole lot happens in it, but it's cool enough that like I watched the whole thing and wasn't like bored.
Yeah.
And there are some cool creepy spots. You're like, oh god.
Talking about creepypasta always makes me think of Channel Zero.
Wasn't that like a sci-fi show or? I don't think
It was
I ever
like a
watched it.
sci-fi horror show, sort of anthology, like American Horror Story, but they were all based on creepypastas.
Ooh, I find myself reading and listening to creepypastas fairly often. So,
Did you ever read the what the fuck is it? Candle Cove?
Candle Cove,
Maybe something like that.
potentially.
So the creepypasta is basically like a screenshot of a bunch of people talking in a chat, and they're like old friends, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys remember that that show that we used to watch when we were kids?" And it was like a puppet show about pirates.
Yeah,
And then like they're talking about that, and they're like talking about it, and there's like how it was like weird, and like sometimes it got kind of creepy and scary, but they liked it. And then then it like skips ahead like a few days, and somebody comes back and they're like, "Hey, so I went and I visited my grandma who I lived with when I was a kid, and I was talking to her about us like talking to each other and getting like, you know, rekindling all of our like childhood friendships and stuff." And she was like, "That was good." And then I asked her if she remembered that show, and she was like, "Do you mean the show where all you kids would just like go sit in front of the TV and watch the static?" And the guy was like, "What?" And everybody was like, "What? It wasn't real?" And like that's the whole creepypasta.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. So then the first season of Channel Zero is about that, but it's like also about like a bunch of abductions and stuff. They flesh it out into a real story.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times the creepypastas, they like some of them have a lot going on, but some of them are just like, here's this creepy thing, fill it in yourself, you know? So there's that one. One of the other really good ones is about there's a creepypasta that went on for a long time that was about stuff that rangers saw in the woods, like state parks and stuff.
Okay.
And one of them was about stairs. They would just like come upon a set of stairs in the woods, and not like wood stairs for like a deer blind or something. It would be like a set of cement stairs that just like were unsupported and went to nowhere.
Huh.
And like weird shit like that. And then like they would start talking about like they would like start feeling weird when they got close to the stairs, or like one time they blacked out and they woke up and they were like halfway up the stairs and they couldn't figure out why they fucking were on the stairs and shit like that.
Huh.
And like talking about like weird shit like that. So there's a season called Butcher Block, and there's like this park in the middle of a town, and the town is like dying. It reminds me a lot of like how Detroit has been or is portrayed in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But there's this park in the middle of town, and like people keep disappearing and shit, and then like there's a stairway that like appears in the park sometimes, and there's like weird cannibal deities that live up the stairs, but like in another dimension, and they just like come down and like take people and eat them
and go back. Whoa,
yeah,
that sounds cool.
Nowhere House, I think, is one of the other ones, which is really cool. It's about like a haunted house, kind of like haunted house / escape room kind of thing. And it like moves around, and you like find out by getting like a random email, and it like plays on your fears, and nobody can figure out how it does it, because it's like your personal fears, not just like general phobias that everybody like a lot of people have.
Your actual
it was
fears.
like actually like personal shit.
Commitment.
Yeah, like you go into a room And like it's kind of, and like each room is numbered, and like if you go through every room, then you win whatever
Okay.
the prize is. So it's like you go through the first room and it's not that scary, and each room escalates, and it like starts like fucking with people.
Huh.
And then like in the creepypasta, the person, like there's always an exit, so you can just like leave. So the person is like, fuck this, and they leave, and they go to their house, and their house has the next room's number on their door.
Oh shit.
And they go in their house, and like their parents are dead, and like all kinds of crazy shit's going on, and like they like leave their house, and like it just keeps going even though they left.
that season.
That season's fucking awesome.
I want to watch this show in general.
Yeah.
The season I watched.
You watched like the last season. Like I think the show got canceled after the season you watched.
Which makes sense because the season I watched was not a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a season called Dream Door, and I don't even know what that one's about.
So that one is about basically like a mysterious, like so as kids or something along the lines of, I'm very vaguely remembering this because it was not very good.
Yeah,
It's like as kids they used to
it's
go
on Shudder, by the way.
Is it? I was
Yeah.
just gonna look.
Yeah, as kids they like had this door that they would go into in their like parents' basement, and like it was a secret room, and they go in there and hang out.
Okay.
And then like when they go back as adults, like the door is just like not there. And then one day I think the woman grew up in the house, and she moves back in to her parents' house with her husband. And then one day the door's just there, just back.
Mm-hmm.
And then it like she keeps like going into it and coming out slightly different every time.
Yeah.
And it's like I don't know. It was okay. It was way lower budget than I thought the series was. I don't know if the other seasons were like that because like I hadn't heard you talk about it like that. But
The other seasons didn't rely on effects very much.
yeah,
So like the first season had a couple of like creature kind of things that had a little bit of budget going on, but it was just like, practical makeup stuff.
yeah.
So if you're creative, you can do that fairly
Yeah.
cheap. And then Butcher Block, I think, is where it like got a lot of popularity. So I think it had a higher budget for that season.
Yeah.
And then there's not really anything to be high budget that I remember in the Nowhere House or No End House. It might be No End House.
Oh yeah, I think it is No End House.
I'm gonna have to watch that because that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slasher is on Shudder too.
You told me about that before.
Yeah, Slasher is like similar anthology. Each season is a different story, but uses similar actors. But it's all like each season is like a super fucking long slasher movie.
I'm into that.
Yeah, I think those are really good. At least the first 2, 3. The first 2 seasons are really good. The third season is okay.
I'll have to watch that too. I got so much shit to watch.
Yeah, I just gave you like 60 to 80 hours of shit to watch. Just now.
God damn. I just started watching The Sopranos.
Yeah. Wow.
You got a while before you got time to watch anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm on season 1.
Oh God.
Oh.
But yeah, those are my recommendations.
Oh, Davey boy.
Oh,
Well, those
Davey
were all good
boy.
recommendations.
Yeah.
See, I watched some things.
I recommend the first 3 seasons of Channel Zero and Slasher. One of those happens in the winter.
It's going to be winter time. Start watching them winter movies.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch The Witcher and be sad.
I'm going to watch The Thing and be awesome.
The Thing also sounds like a good watch this winter.
Yeah.
This winter.
The Thing.
The Thing. So that was my recommendations.
Yeah, that's
I have another thing, another bit.
Yeah.
Do your bit.
So welcome to Dave's Turnbuckle. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
So I watched some wrestling this week. Last
Yeah.
week. I watched live wrestling this week.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there. So the Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
I went to AEW Dynamite in Chicago.
Oh, Beantown?
Old Beantown.
It's a mighty large bean.
Yeah.
The
I've
large
seen it in
bean
person
town.
at this point.
It's a Parks and Rec joke.
So yeah, it was on day before Thanksgiving. My buddy was able to get a box, like we got a suite,
Oh, nice.
and it was super cool because there was like I think there's like 6 or 7 of us that went.
Would you say it was pretty sweet?
It was pretty sweet. It was great because I'd sit down. I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling sore, so I could stand up and like walk around and still see everything.
Yeah, that's great.
And we were just like talking shit the whole time, just like, oh, look at that guy, and like explaining to my buddy who doesn't really watch wrestling the whole time without being like, hey, that's this guy.
Hey, can you hear me over there? What?
Watch this. But it was really cool. So it was like 4 hours of wrestling. So they did Dark Elevation for the first hour, which is like their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of squash matches.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what that means, Russell.
I do know what that means.
I would actually
That's where
probably
they're-
prefer to watch that.
That's where
I
they're-
love squash matches.
Yeah, that's where the crowd throws squashes at the wrestlers.
Yep, that's exactly what happens. They throw squash at them.
Squash season.
It's really hard in the winter to have a squash match. So no, a squash match, if you don't know, is just when a wrestler comes out that's trying to get over, trying to get more popular, trying to get TV time, goes against like a unknown
Local.
wrestler or a local wrestler, and the local wrestler just gets beat up within like a minute or two.
Well, it's not fair.
I know, it's not fair. My highlight for the elevation was Man Scout showed up. Man Scout used to tag with Dan the Dad quite a bit.
Oh, yeah?
Man Scout he's a Boy Scout, but he's a man, so he's a Man Scout.
Jesus.
He used to come out. He didn't do it on this, unfortunately, but sometimes he would bring out a tent, and they would go in the tent, and they would do like the cartoon, like you'd see the fists going in the tent, you know? He had a scout's handbook, and he was running the ropes while reading the book. And he was against Brandon Cutler, which is part of the elite.
Yeah.
He's like the elite goon. At one point, he's like running the ropes, looking at his book, and Brandon just stops, and he just keeps running the ropes while reading the book, and then hits him with a lariat and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a fun comedy match. So after that was Dynamite, which is their Wednesday night show. Dynamite! Super fun. The only problem is like it was like 4 hours of wrestling, so it all kind of blended together. But that was match 2 of potential 7 matches for the trios belt. So currently the trios champs are Death Triangle, which is it was Pentagon Jr., but it's Penta Sarah Miedo and Phoenix Jr. and Pac is Death Triangle.
Okay.
Versus the Elite, which is Young Bucks and Kenny.
Yeah.
And so they're doing a best of 7. So whoever wins the best 7 is the trio belt. And the funniest thing, the weirdest thing about it is that, so, you know, I think I talked about it, the CM Punk drama bullshit. Well, we're in CM Punk town because CM Punk's from Chicago.
Yeah.
So even before the show, half the crowd's going, CM Punk, CM Punk. But the best part is directly following that was, fuck CM Punk, fuck CM Punk.
Nice.
But when the Elite came out, they got booed. Like most of Chicago was booing them. And the Bucks leaned to it because they're like, I heard a "fuck the Elite" chant sometime, and that's like several times, and then me and my buddies and everyone else would go "fuck CM Punk." It was fun, but they really leaned into it. Like they were getting the crowd. Kenny Omega purposely missed a buckshot lariat, just like CM Punk did. Matt Jackson did a GTS.
Oh man.
Kenny bit someone. Which I don't know if you know the scrum. A Steel bit Kenny.
Yeah, for real.
It was like a super meta match. We're like, what the fuck is going on?
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah. The beginning of Death Triangle 1. They're currently 2-0.
Okay.
It's
gonna go to 7.
Yeah, it is. But it was a banger of a match. It was an awesome match. But the beginning of Dynamite was we were supposed to hear from MJF and William Regal.
Okay.
Because at Full Gear, William Regal betrayed Jon Moxley. I don't know if you heard about that at all.
No.
At Full Gear, it was Jon Moxley versus MJF, and William Regal is part of the Blackpool Combat Club with Jon Moxley. And towards the end of the match, MJF tried to put his diamond ring on. That's where, like a heel move, he punched you with the diamond ring. But William Regal came out and was like, "Don't do that. You don't need that. You're not a cheater. Don't cheat." And so MJF just throws it. He goes, "Fine." And like 30, 40 seconds later, the ref gets distracted and William Regal pulls out brass knuckles and slides them to MJF. So the beginning of Dynamite was William Regal came out.
Yeah.
And the amount of people booing William Regal, but I'm like, guys, it's William Regal. Why are you booing him?
Yeah.
He pulled him out of his trunks, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And,
because they got like William Regal literally like I'm pretty sure he uses a pair of brass knucks to hold his balls. Like
it's true.
Literally just like always has a pair of brass knucks under his sack.
Yep. Agreed. Confirmed. But so he did that. So William Regal came out at the beginning of Dynamite to booze.
Yeah.
And he was talking about MJF. Like, well, MJF's not here. He'll be here next week. He's too busy shooting his movie, which is true. But it was great. Like the amount of crowd booing. And then Jon Moxley came out and like did the stare down. And Bryan Danielson. Does I say it right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian. I can't remember.
Not
get him
Daniel.
Confused. Not Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson
came out and was doing between going, stop. It was a really cool thing. So like this week, because Dynamite this Wednesday is in Indianapolis.
Oh.
Which I'll be there for that. Is when MJF is supposed to make his
return.
He's going to speak to the people as the world heavyweight champ. But it was cool. Dynamite was fun. Like I said, the matches kind of ran together, so I don't know what was it. Because they also taped Rampage after that, which is the Friday show. Rampage had a really good match with Top Flight and...
The golf place?
Yeah, the golf place. Okay. That's Top Golf. Top Flight are this insane...
Top Flight is a golf ball brand, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. But Top Flight, the wrestling team, is two like 22-year-old brothers that like are always in the air.
The Hardy
like
Boys?
Dante Martin. They're like better Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
Like for sure, better Hardy Boys.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I got to see Matt Hardy.
Say something.
Got to see Matt Hardy. I think it was on Dark. It was him and Private Party versus Butcher and the Blade and Random Guy.
Random Guy took the pin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun. The Top Flight wrestle. I can't remember who they wrestled. It was a banger. FTR. It was FTR.
Oh, okay.
And it was awesome. And then at the end of Rampage, I could say it now because I couldn't say it on Thursday because it hadn't been out yet.
Oh yeah.
At the end of Rampage, the Dark Order, which is only like 4 members now.
Okay.
They're like a comedy team. They started off this really cool like cult faction.
Yeah.
Like they would just flash on the screen like, are you feeling down? Is nothing in your life going right? Call the Dark Order. And it was this really cool cult thing. And now they kind of got more to it because they're all super funny and kind of got over as being like this comedy faction.
Sure.
And a lot of them, like obviously Brody Lee has passed away. He was the leader of the Dark Order. Stu Grayson left. He's on Impact now. So they're slowly like leaving.
Yeah.
And so it was just Evil Uno, John Silver, aka Johnny Hungy, Matt Reynolds, and 10. It's just called 10. It's Preston Vance, but it was 10.
Oh.
Not perfect 10.
Okay.
But at the end of that, they had a match against Roosh and I don't remember something else. Someone else. It all blended together.
Yeah.
Anyways, they lost. Preston Vance came out and betrayed them. And took the mask off and ripped it open, ripped Evil Uno's mask off. It was pretty brutal. And -1, which is Brody Lee's son. I don't know if you know. I don't want to get sad on the show. But when Brody Lee passed away, his son Brody, kind of like Dark Order, like took him in as their own, and he's -1, and he comes out with a mask, and they did all this really cool stuff with them.
Yeah.
Like, if you guys want to cry, watch the Brody Lee tribute Dynamite show.
Yeah.
There's like 2 hours of wrestling, and I was tearing up the whole time. Because they did like they brought his boots in the ring.
Yeah.
And they at the time he was the TNT champion.
TV champion.
They retired that belt and gave it to -1. They gave it to his son.
Yeah.
So they had -1 out there, and he's part of doing this goofy thing. Like, he's great. He's like 12, I think, and like he loves being on TV. Like, he's gonna be a star. But like Preston Vance did this betrayal, like threw the mask at -1, and they were like best friends.
Sure.
So it was like, and that ended the show. We're like, what the fuck? God damn! Like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. Easy way to get cheap heat, right?
Yeah. The best part is when they were doing BTE, which is the Young Bucks like YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they got over because they were doing all this comedy bits and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
At one point, it was Ty Conti and Anna Jay,
Okay.
who were in Dark Order. They were always falling around -1, and like they're always posted on like Instagram of doing stuff with -1. I'm like, man, I imagine that 12-year-old goes to school on Monday. Like, these are my girlfriends. But yeah, that was Dynamite and Rampage. Super fun. A lot of wrestling. And then that Friday, the day after Thanksgiving,
Jesus.
also known as Black Friday, I went to AWR Deathmatch Wrestling Show.
So much wrestling.
Yeah, this is my second time going to AWR. I brought some buddies. My buddy Tyler and Devin, my friend Devin went, and it was at the Emerson, which is a really shitty venue in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's like, so it said doors at 6. You can get, there was general admission, it was like $20, and there was an early bird admission for like $25. I'm like, I'll just get the $20. It'll be fine. Like, whatever. Doors are supposed to be open at 6.
Uh-huh.
We got there at 5:45. I'm like, I want to at least get a decent seat. They didn't open the doors till 6:45.
Yep.
And that was for the early birds. They're like, all right, anyone has the early bird ticket, can get in, pick your spot, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 minutes later, they opened up the gates for everyone else.
Yeah. They were probably inside like, hey, who's supposed to open the doors? Oh, so-and-so. Oh, they're not here. Well, get the promoter. Oh, they're not here either. Well, I don't know then. Because the Emerson is a shithole.
Yes, it is. But we got in there. The match started late. It's very punk rock. The show started late.
Yeah.
But it was a ring this time. Last time I was there, it was no ring.
Yeah, it was just like a barrier.
Yeah, this was a ring and no barrier.
Oh.
So we got like second row facing the, like we were on the camera side. There was one camera. It was technically a camera side. But like... and it was very, very independent wrestling.
Yeah.
There were some fun matches. There was some really good stuff. But the end, I thought there's supposed to, I think something may have happened with the card. Because I thought there's supposed to be 3 or 4 death matches, but there's only 2 death matches. And one was supposed to be a 3-way, and there's only just a 2. But they did an intermission, they went to the death matches. And the second death match, or the first death match, was Mickey Knuckles, which I've talked on the show before, which is a 1-woman episode of Cops.
Yeah.
It was her and this dude. I don't know if it was so weird. He came out first. I think his name was like Pogo, just looked like an old dude. Like, he's just an old dude. And he was like strutting around the ring slowly, like just like poking all the weapons. Like just half. I couldn't tell if he was trying to do like a character or if he was having on site like early stages of dementia. I don't know what was
probably
happening.
just
with
a
that
dude from Bum Fights, man. Like,
Yeah. It looked like it. Like he had no idea what he was doing. He got in the ring and they were doing deathmatch stuff, and he took like 2 bumps, and you could tell he was winded.
oh, geez.
So the rest of the time, he's like, so he has like there was a wiffle ball bat with thumbtacks.
Uh-huh.
And he was trying to like put it on her chest to be like, and like rub it in there. He kind of did that. I don't know if you see on the YouTube. He's kind of like, it was like, I'm getting you with these thumbtacks.
Oh my God.
And poor Mickey Knuckles, like she can go. She's fucking insane. She was trying her ass off to sell this guy.
Oh my God.
And he's just like, I'm crazy.
And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Oh no.
Ah.
It was like bless her, because she tried to save that match, and it
That's
was
terrible.
bad. And it didn't last very long. Like, I want to say something happened to that dude, or like he just like faked his way into a deathmatch show, or if he was a bum on the street that said he was a deathmatch guy.
Faked his way into a deathmatch show. That would make sense for why it wasn't a 3-way, because they're like, this dude is gonna get confused.
Too many
And
people.
It's just like so one of us is gonna get hurt, not because he's gonna hit us too hard. It's because he's gonna like fucking die in the middle of the fucking match, and we're gonna like trip over his corpse.
Yeah. We're gonna actually land on barbed wire.
Yeah,
But yeah, that match was lame. Like my friends were like sort of into it. They'd never been to a deathmatch show. I'm like, damn it! Like I want to.
yeah.
But the main event was my buddy Eric Dillinger,
Yeah.
Public Enemy number one, Eric Dillinger, versus Drake Younger, who I'm gonna tell this on the show because I don't care. He's famous for he used to be a referee in NXT.
Oh, okay.
But got fired because he was like a known anti-vaxxer, like QAnon guy.
Okay.
And when he came out, I yelled, "Give him the vaccine!" And he definitely heard me. I yelled it a few times. He definitely heard me.
What the fuck?
So him and Eric wrestled, and apparently Drake Younger was a deathmatch guy. He's from Indianapolis, and he was like an old school deathmatch guy from Indy.
Oh, okay.
So everyone's like, welcome home. And I said, go away. I was not about him.
Yeah.
I let him know. It was funny. It's like people were like doing like half like Drake. And I'm a loud boy. Like Shane's seen me at shows. I'm a loud boy. So I started yelling Dillinger way louder. And it was like 3 of us and it was way louder than them.
Oh, yeah.
But that match was nuts. There was light tube after light tube after light tube. My buddy Eric went through a glass pane, like a pane of glass.
Mm.
He also like hurricanranaed the dude through a door with nail boards on it.
Okay.
Like for like carpeting, like those like nail boards for like
Yeah.
trim and stuff. Super bloody. There was glass everywhere. At one point, my friend Eric cut his elbow, like right above his elbow, and it was just like gushing.
Yeah.
And what you do in a death match, Russell, is the ref just has duct tape. And they duct tape it up and keep going.
Okay.
So I saw that, and I look at my buddy, I'm like, oh shit, like Eric's cut up. But Eric ended up winning.
Nice.
Towards the end, he was on his knees in the middle of the ring, like glass everywhere. Like he's on his knees on glass.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a box full of light tubes. They were like those like U-shaped light tubes for like vanity mirrors and stuff. And Drake is just smashing them one at a time on Eric's head. Just bam, bam, bam. And he's taking in all of them. And like that's why I knew like Eric's winning this. And Eric won.
Yeah.
I forget. I think he put him through. I think he frog splashed him onto a door, like through a door. But Eric won.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that was the main event, and it was a good match.
You go, Eric.
Yeah, he's doing great things, man. I'm really, really happy for that guy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And at the end of the show, I'm like, hey, I want to hang out and like talk to Eric for a second. And we're sitting there. I see him come out. And he's like talking to fans and stuff. I'm like, God, I don't want to bother him right now. And he starts going back into the locker room. I'm like, well, I better say it. Okay, so I walk up, I'm like, Eric. And I see him like at the thing. Eric, he's like, oh, dude. And he comes back and talks to me. He's like, hey, man, so glad. Thanks for coming. Like all that. I was wearing his shirt. I represent.
Yeah.
And he was still bloody, like still bleeding. And he was like, what's up, man? And hugs me. I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. So I have blood on his shirt.
Yeah, his blood on his shirt.
Yeah, on his wrestling shirt.
Save
Collector's
that.
item.
Yeah.
Never wash it again.
Nope. And what's funny is like I went to hug him and
Don't wear it here.
Preferably put it in a glass case.
Glass case.
Yeah.
I went to hug him. I I put my hand around his back and got some glass in my hand.
Yeah.
He still had glass in his back.
Jesus.
But yeah, super cool dude. It was just funny. I had like Eric blood on me. We left and I'm like, there was a bar like right like in the same area. I'm like, I'm gonna stop here and wash my hands real quick. Like,
yeah.
But I had my buddy's blood on me. But super happy with him. It was a good match. It was fun.
Yeah.
Super
Sounds like
proud
he's
of
doing
that guy.
good.
Yeah. He's got some things coming up. But that was all for Dave's Turnbuckle.
Sweet.
Next week, I could talk about the Dynamite I'll go to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nice.
I love wrestling.
You do love wrestling.
I love wrestling. I love it. That's all for Dave's Turnbuckle, which means it's time for Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
Hanging Big Brain with Dave.
Ooh, I like that one.
Hanging that brain.
You ready to hang some brain, Russell?
Ready.
Documentary. Russell.
Documentary. Russell. I might be having a stroke. I don't know. Russell, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, I got it. Ooh. I'm a champion.
Okay. Hold your phone with this hand.
Mm-hmm.
Put that other arm up all the way. I'll put it all the way up. All right, you're good.
All right, touch your toes to your nose.
That's not a...
Shane, help me with my toes. All right, so...
I don't know what happened, doctor. He broke his neck.
This game... I'll go back here.
Did he make it, though?
I did make this game.
Nope, that's not what I was talking about.
To the taint.
So I think a couple weeks ago, Bill from Indy, let me know that there's a parent's guide in IMDb.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So what I did is I came up with 10 movies,
okay.
and I looked up the parent's guide.
Oh god.
And there's sections. There's like sex and nudity, violence and gore, frightening, intense scenes. And I found 3 of those categories for each of these movies. I'm going to read those from the parent's guide, and you have to try to figure out what the movie is
Okay.
from the parent's guide.
Okay.
I wait till I finish all 3 of them before you make your guess.
Okay.
And we're just guessing the movie name?
Yes.
It's not multiple choice or anything, right?
No, not multiple choice.
Cool.
But we need buzzers. Shane, what's your buzzer?
No, I don't want. I can't do that every time. It was the Walker theme, in case you didn't notice.
I got it.
Hold on. I'm thinking. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me.
Boom. I knew you would say that, so I put that as a buzzer. Russell, what's your buzzer?
Merry Christmas.
Ooh, very Christmassy of you. I love it. All right. You guys ready?
I thought it was going to be the sigh or like his like post-nut eye roll that he did there.
That was weird. Okay.
Okay.
Weird. All right. Movie number 1. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Barry, just put him doing that eye roll on a loop and just like weird everyone out that's watching this.
Please don't. But turn Shane green. All right. Movie number 1.
Yeah.
So this is one of the parents' guides. This is on sex and nudity. 2 characters talk about if a foot massage is as bad as having sex with someone's wife. On the violence and gore part, A man suddenly shoots another man without warning. No blood. The third one is from Profanity. Virtually every single character in the movie regularly uses harsh language. Samuel L. Jackson's character probably says the most, though.
Oh,
Merry
fuck
Christmas.
me.
Ooh, Shane.
Pulp Fiction.
Correct. Did you get it from the swears?
No. It's the foot massage.
All right. Movie number 2. This is also of sex and nudity.
Okay.
A man and woman are talking. He leans in for a kiss. She withdraws and walks to the door and attempt to leave. He follows her and slams the door shut. He grabs her and pushes her against a wall. She is clearly frightened. He forces her to kiss him. Although the music of the scene frames it as romantic, it is clearly without her consent and is assault. Second one is alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Characters are seen smoking cigarettes and drinking alcoholic beverages in some scenes. You guys shouldn't watch this movie. It's too naughty. And the third one is from Violence and Gore. A man has his eyes poked out by an android. This is not very graphic unless you're watching the final cut, in which case it is very graphic. In the final cut, we see the act and we see the gory aftermath. In the other cuts, we just see the act, no gore.
Merry Christmas.
Russell.
Blade Runner.
Correct. Look at you. You guys are watching some pretty naughty movies.
I couldn't tell
So,
when he was
like-
going to end.
Yeah, I didn't either. Did you see me tap? I
know.
not say anything.
He took a breath after a period and then like kept going, and it's like, yeah, well, okay, he's not stopping.
All right, movie number 3. Good job, bud.
All right. Yeah.
This is Violence and Gore. Man's nose is slit, blood is shown, but he quickly covers it. This is alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Several instances of cigarette smoking by characters is accurate for the time period. And the third one, Shane's already hitting his button, is frightening and intense imagery. Film as a whole has a dark premise as it centers on themes of corruption and also a powerless against evil. These dark themes play an important part of the plot of the film and are even subtly stated through dialogue.
Oh, fuck me.
Shane!
Chinatown.
Correct!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane's winning. You guys like this?
Right. Yeah.
I do like this one.
You guys are naughty for all these movies. All these.
You've picked like some of our favorite movies so far, so like we're gonna get to ones where we're like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
You very much
Any
are.
of these 5 movies, I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
You very much are, because I asked a couple of people, the last couple, and they gave some answers. All right, movie number 4. Movie number 4.
Thanks, Mr. Obvious.
This is from Violence and Gore.
Okay.
There is a large-scale street fight between 2 gangs toward the beginning of the film, and several characters are killed. Several people are gunned down in this scene by some Chinese gangsters. A man gets his arm broken. The second one is for alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Is some scenes involve cigarettes and booze. Not many. This one's Profanity for the last one. 1 use of fuck, 5 uses of damn, 2 used as goddamn, 20 uses of shit, 2 uses of bitch.
Somebody actually went through and counted everything.
Yep.
What a fucking asshole.
Merry Christmas.
Russell.
Is it The Warriors?
Incorrect. Shane, you got to guess.
Someone gets their arm broken. Feel like that's important.
Yeah.
You got to guess, Shane?
Chinese gang. I'm gonna be mad about this one.
Probably. Someone we know will be very mad.
God damn it.
No answer?
Oh, I'm still thinking.
Okay. I'm trying to fill the dead air.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No guess?
Yeah.
It is Big Trouble in Little China.
God, that was my second guess.
Who gets their arm broken?
In the street fight scene, it's just like a dude. It's not
Oh,
like anyone.
That
threw
wasn't
me off.
actually important.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that it wasn't. But... All right, movie number 5.
All
This is violence and gore.
Mhm.
A man is shot 4 times by another man through a glass door. A bullet wound and later some blood on the glass is briefly seen. A man and woman in bed are shot to death with machine guns and blood spraying. Bullet wounds are visible. The scene lasts a couple seconds. This one is profanity, the next one. 7 uses of bitch, 5 of ass, non-sexual, 3 of bastard, 1 of dick and crap, also 1 use of piece of ass and banging in a sexual context, and some racial slurs, mainly against Italians, but towards other races also. This includes 2 uses of the N-word. And the last one is sex and nudity. It's gangsters barge in on a man having sex with a woman clothed. No nudity shown. The scene stops almost instantly. Very brief.
Merry Christmas.
Russell.
The Godfather.
Correct. Correct. There's a lot of swears in that movie.
There is. About halfway through, I was like, this is totally a Lethal Weapon. And then you got to the end, and I was like, no, not Lethal
Not
Weapon.
Lethal Weapon at all. All right. Movie number 6. You guys ready for this one? This one's sex and nudity.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the most scandalous of all of them. I'm sorry that I put this on here.
Oh, fuck.
There are a few
Oh,
kisses
fuck.
between couples. Second one is also sex and nudity. There are a few kissing scenes. This one's scandalous. The third one is, I believe, profanity. I forgot to write it down. But it's Rocket makes a reference to hiding an object by sticking it up his ... He is cut before he finishes his sentence, but it is strongly implied that he would have said but or any other related word.
Ah,
Merry
fuck
Christmas.
me.
Shane.
Avengers Infinity War.
Correct. Correct. You dirty dog watching movies where people kiss.
Yeah, it's terrible. Or was the violence like too obvious?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like
I thought it was funnier with 2 kissing, dude.
it's like I don't know how we're gonna get this one, and then you're like, yeah,
Rocket.
Rocket put the eye up his ass. Like, oh, okay.
All right. Movie number 7.
Yeah.
This is violence and gore.
What's the score?
3-2.
3-2.
That was
was
my
three.
third one.
You have 2.
Okay.
That was my third
All right.
one.
All right,
You
I'm
got
on
2.
the page.
All right.
Let's do it.
Number 7. This is violence and gore. The characters transform. The gore is very highly detailed with a lot of blood and tearing of flesh. The characters' faces have deformation of features, eyes bulging, skin splitting, etc. This one is profanity. 5 uses of fuck, 1 used as motherfucker, 2 used as fucking, 2 used as fuck you. The profanity ones are my favorite to read.
Yeah.
The last one is also violence and gore. Several men have their thumbs... No, this is actually intense scene, sorry. Several men have their thumbs cut and the blood put into dishes for testing. The cutting is shown and there is a large amount of blood that oozes out. This happens twice. Some people might be grossed out by this.
Read the violence and gore one.
The characters transform. The gore is very highly detailed with a lot of blood and tearing of flesh. The characters' faces have deformation of features, eyes bulging, skin splitting, etc.
What was the last one?
Several men have their thumbs cut and blood put into dishes for testing. The cutting shown, and there is a very large amount of blood that oozes out. This happens twice. Some people may be grossed out by this.
Some people would be grossed out by this.
Yeah, I mean they're just like pricking their thumbs and like.
Might be gross.
But there's a lot of blood, according to this person.
Yeah.
But they're like doing like blood testing from their thumbs, but they transform and they say fuck a lot, so it's rated R.
You guys are making me sad.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck this is.
It's rated R. Characters transform, but there's like bulging and cracking of skin, bulging of eyes, cracking of skin. So it's got to be some sort of monster thing.
Oh, fuck me.
Shane!
The Thing.
Correct!
Oh, fuck.
God, it took you so long! You said it!
Yeah. Said it's got to be some kind of monster thing, and I was like, oh, yeah. Okay.
I had to find, scroll around, because each violence and gore one was like, The Thing kills this guy. I'm like, well...
Yeah.
I haven't been this disappointed since puberty.
Well, prepare to be disappointed again, because number 8. This is violence and gore.
Okay.
Man rips out several of another man's teeth with a hammer as a form of torture. There is plenty of blood seen, and the act is briefly seen up close. Later, he's seen with a very bloody rag in his mouth. And this one is frightening and intense images. Man is eating a live octopus raw, which can be frightening for some viewers. The last one, I believe, is also violence and gore. Forgot to write it down. In a long, realistic fight scene, a man hits several men with a hammer while they hit him with several blunt weapons. The men are seen in various stages of pain from blunt force trauma. At one point, the lone man is stabbed in the back and beaten up. He's seen exhausted, covered in blood, and later with bloody bandages.
Oh, fuck me.
Shane?
Old boy?
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck is it called? What the fuck is it called?
Oh.
Couldn't think of what it was called.
You started tapping, and I was like, fuck.
Fuck.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the name.
All right, number 9. You guys
Number
ready?
9. I gotta get the next 2, right?
This one's intense scenes and frightening
No,
images.
can I not win?
Nope.
What do you have? You have 5?
I had 3. I got the last 2.
Well, pick it up, Russell. I haven't said it yet, so I had to say
Can't. It's too heavy.
All right, this is an intense scenes. KKK rally is depicted. This scene features torches, a noose, and a burning cross. Next one is profanity. At least 18 dams, 14 sons of bitches, 12 hells, 3 asses, 14 uses of goddamn, 4 of Jesus, 2 of oh my God, and 1 use of oh Lord and sweet Jesus as exclamations. The last one is sex and nudity. 3 women are washing clothes in a river. Some cleavage is shown. Pretty scandalous, huh? Some cleavage.
Merry Christmas.
Russell.
Was it Django Unchained?
Incorrect.
There would have been a lot more.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I was trying to think of the...
That's what I
There's
had
like-
in my head at first, too.
Yeah, there's too many movies with the KKK rally stuff. I guess you said you didn't say anything about the masks not fitting right, but...
I didn't.
Just thinking of Don Johnson with a fucking white hood on, and he's like, I can't see out of this
I can't see
thing.
fucking shit out of this thing. That's my favorite scene. That he dies like right away.
Yeah.
KKK. Read the first one again. Is it
KKK rally is depicted. This scene features torches, a noose, and a burning cross.
Torches, a noose, and a burning cross. Then there's women washing clothes in a river.
Yep. There's some cleavage. 3 women.
Oh. I wonder if it's...
Go ahead. I'm not getting
You already
it.
answered though, didn't you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I already answered.
Yeah. Want me to say it?
No, I'm.
He's forfeiting.
Yeah, Russell. What do you got?
Oh, I mean, was there a usage of the word fuck?
No.
Okay. I can't remember if the scene in this movie is actually like a clan thing, but is it Wild Wild West?
Incorrect.
Okay.
It is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, I've never actually seen Oh Brother Where Art
Oh
Thou.
man, the movie rules. It's a good one. All right. Number 10.
All right, last one.
Just going to say it now. They're not going to get it. This one is sex and nudity. A brief sex scene with a woman thrusting atop a man You can see her rear and her breasts. Her breasts
Hot.
are seen very clearly.
That's hot.
I
Second
still
one
have
is
like 100 movies in my head.
violence and gore. The second one.
Mhm.
At the beginning, there is a short, gory scene. A fetus forces itself out of a woman's womb.
Well, that just killed my boner.
And the last one is also sex nudity. Sexual innuendo and female nudity are pervasive throughout this film.
Oh, fuck me.
Shane,
Species.
incorrect.
Ah, damn.
What was the first?
A brief scene with a woman thrusting atop a man. You can see her rear and her breasts. Her breasts are seen very clearly.
Did they like italicize breasts? Or
Nope.
are you adding your own emphasis?
Just do it for fun.
Okay.
A scene where a fetus is abruptly pushed out of a woman.
Forces itself from her womb. I believe is what it said.
Self.
Remember when I said I asked some people about movies? This was one of them. I'll give you a hint. Okay, give him a hint.
He's lost
You
already.
probably
so
still
it's
won't
fine.
be able to get it. It features a very infamous adult star. Adult film star.
What? I don't remember seeing Mia Khalifa in any movies.
I don't know if she's infamous.
Infamous adult star.
Yeah.
Tracy Lord? What the fuck
Oh, is
movie
he
was
right
she
with
in?
that?
Yeah.
She's
She's in several.
Not porn.
No, she's in several non-porn.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just knew that she was underage when she started.
Yeah, that's why she's very
What
infamous.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big thing about Tracy Lords. This is Not of This Earth. Movie
I've
from the
never even
80s.
fucking heard of
Okay,
that
so it's
movie.
I asked
basically
people-
Species, but with a porn star in it.
Basically.
All right. Fuck you.
That was a good
Fuck
game,
you.
though. I like
You like that
that.
one? You like that
Yeah,
one?
I like that concept. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
fantastic.
I was having a good time reading reading
Oh,
all
yeah.
the parents' guides. But Shane won that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did.
Russell, pick it up next time, bud.
Thanks for the thought there, Bill from Indy. That's good.
Thank you, Bill. But unfortunately, that's the end of Hanging Big Brain with Dave, which means
It's the end of the
it's
show.
the end of the show.
The show is over.
It's over now. This has been the DQP Weekly. We've had a lot of fun here today, folks. Right? I had fun.
Yeah, this
Did
is
we?
fun.
I
This is
had
fun.
fun.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah,
I
a lot
had
of fun. With me is the Shane Dog,
Roof.
a.k.a. Shane Nasty.
Ew, that's sad.
The fuck? Also with us is Russell the Love Muscle.
Oh yeah. Tune in next week.
Damn right. A.k.a. Producer Russell.
But in the meantime, find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at DraftyQ. Also, check out our subreddit, Drafty-Quarters. We hired a social media manager, so we have content out there for your eyes and ears, senses.
Yeah.
Also, check out our Patreon, Drafty Quarters Productions. For $1, you can support us and help us move this train along.
Choo choo.
Sign up for our general support tier. This is, I don't know, I can't ever say that sentence.
Our subreddit is actually r/drafty quarters with no space.
Join it.
What am I saying?
You said drafty dash quarters or some shit?
Yeah,
No.
that is something.
That's not
the sub-
ours.
it's
Not ours.
No, it is ours. It is something of ours.
Ain't no dash in that.
Oh, that's our username. Yeah. Check out our subreddit.
Oh,
Which also has our user
jackass.
page. Yeah, I don't know how Reddit works.
Oh my god.
that
I don't get it. It's convoluted.
I don't get it either.
It's not convoluted, guys. It's fine. If you
It's-
like Reddit, just use it.
I
Draft
use it.
r/drafty
don't like it.
quarters. That's it.
Yeah, give us a. What do you do in Reddit?
You join our
Give us a join.
subreddit.
Join our
Give us a
subreddit.
Join our subreddit, and we post the videos in there. We post the other shows in there. So
Maybe I'll do a fun dad joke there. You never know. Stick around. Do you say to email us? Did you do that?
No, I didn't say that yet.
You should email us,
You
please.
should email us. We haven't had a correspondence in a while. Let us know you're still out there.
yeah, I think you guys all stopped listening to us. That's why I'm so depressed.
Hell, are you gonna let Shane be this sad? You gonna let Shane be this sad? Come here, audience. Come here. Come here.
This
Come here,
holiday season, do not allow Shane to be this sad.
Yeah.
I actually almost cried. I was like pretending to be sad, just like staring at the camera and making a sad face, and my eyes started to water.
Yeah, because Shane's a sad
Good.
boy. You could help Shane not be a sad boy by
Donating $1 to our Patreon.
Yeah, $1.
It's all about money.
Write something nice about Shane next week.
No, don't do that.
Email us something nice about Shane.
Don't do that, please.
Do it.
No, please don't do that.
Do it.
That will have the opposite effect.
He just says that because he's hurt. and
Nope.
He's sad.
Nope.
You should write in.
Nope.
All right, this is the end of the show. So
Write in and say something mean about Shane.
yeah, we're gonna do that.
That's fine.
Call him a butt.
Yeah, I'm super offended by that. Please don't call me a butt.
All right, thank you for listening. We'll catch you on the flip side, and don't let your meatloaf.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.